Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for Wednesday, April 27th. Mike Brenner, last night, remember I made a joke about Clayton Kershaw at that huge line, wound up losing.
It sure did.
And we're going to discuss another game like that tonight. Jake Arrieta, right now the line is minus 358 at Pinnacle. Unbelievable.
That is. You know, and years past, I found when guys are coming off of no-nos, no-hitters.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, that's a well-known. All right, so let's throw up the overall record for this show. Mike Brenner, you had a nice day last night. You're now plus 5 units and plus 9% ROI, plus 9.3% ROI. Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself, Mike Brenner? That's a pretty impressive record.
Yeah, but it's early in the season, Pistol Pete, so I'm just going to try to continue to feel it out and just keep moving forward. But yeah, felt really good about last night's picks and feel really, really good about what's on the board today.
All right, well, we got a bunch. Yeah, I have. There's a bunch of things that I'm liking and thinking about and leaning towards. Hopefully, we'll get to it. It might be a long show, but I think.
Hey, real quick though, how about Andrew McCutchen from Pittsburgh? They bench him because he's been slumping. He gets up yesterday and hits 3 dingers, baby, at Coors Field. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll talk about that game in a second. The first game we have to talk about, just touch on it, the Cubs, Jake Arrieta minus 358 at Pinnacle.
I wonder if that sets a record right there, Pistol Pete.
No, I remember there was Randy Johnson one game with the Yankees against Tampa Bay was like minus 400 or something like that.
Holy cow.
And I think they lost, actually. I have to go look back on it.
That's interesting.
You see, I have all this in my head. He was, I think it was when Chen Ming Wang was, not Chen Ming Wang, another guy who was like at the end of his career getting crushed. Randy Johnson was starting Yankees at Tampa Bay and was minus 400 or something like that. But anyway, I'll tell you, Jungmann on the other side is not doing well for Milwaukee.
No, he's
very tempting to take a shot here with Cubs. What do you think?
I'm just not. I just can't. And especially what happened yesterday, because I did think about what you said. Kind of chuckled about it because I had a good friend of mine that dumped a whole bunch of money on him.
Really?
Said there's no way it can lose, no way it can lose. I said, don't ever say that in sports. That's not true. And he lost his ass. So I chuckled on that. But no, I'm staying off of this one. I'm continuing. You know, the Cubs, I had them on the run line yesterday. No, I didn't have them yesterday. I've had them a couple days ago on a run line. And, you know, yes, they're a great offense. Will they probably cover it? Yes, but there's that jinx after a no-no that concerns me, and it happens more often than not. So I'm staying off it, but enjoying what's happening in Chicago.
All right. Well, one of your winners yesterday, I believe, was Boston. Did you have Boston yesterday? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Or no, that was
that was the day before I had Boston.
Which was a loser on the run line. But that was the one bet that I made on the overnights that I was like sure about.
They just kept hitting and hitting and hitting.
Atlanta at Boston. Bud Norris against Wright. Wright is actually a pretty decent, a serviceable knuckleballer. I'd rather have him right now. Way rather have him than R.A. Dickey starting, and Bud Norris just doesn't have it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He struggled when he was in Houston. And remember, this is a flip side of a home and home. Yeah. All right. So you got one team traveling, the other team back home, and coming off of some major bats.
When you got the Atlanta Braves offense combined with a pitcher who's struggling, that's just a disaster.
That's disaster.
That's a line where I might bet it at minus 330. But we're actually getting a pretty. It's just minus 180 market wide for Boston, and the run line is plus 113. Is that one of your picks?
Yeah, no, I'm laying off of it. I wouldn't because I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to lay 180. You're just not going to do that. That's way over my comfort zone. And the run line, got to be careful. I got 3 other run lines. So I like.
But I'll tell you what, I am going to do that one. I'm going to do it on the minus 1 line though. So that means I take the.
I heard Big Poppy's going to be playing.
Yeah, it's just Bud Norris plus Atlanta's offense. I'll take it. So Boston, the money line part is going to be minus 180, and then the run line part will be plus 113.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, and it really seems like a no-brainer on paper. Hanley Ramirez is really coming to life for Boston, and Pedroia, I mean, that kid's hitting over 300 again, and this team brings it. So, you know, and the Braves are the Braves. I looked at Freddie Gonzalez, the manager, in the dugout yesterday, Pete. I'm not kidding you. He looked like he was ready for the world then.
I mean, it's just a complete disaster over there, but that's good for us because we can just bet against it. So I'm going to be on Boston minus 1. Should be about minus 130 or 135.
You know what, Pistol Pete?
No.
No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because guess what? It's early in the season and I'm feeling it. I'm taking that run line plus 113.
Okay,
Go
plus
Boston.
113,
yeah, they owe me one anyway. So. And no, I just really think Atlanta's issues are so deep. Their right fielder or left fielder, I forget which one it was last night. This kid looked just lost out there in the outfield. So they're struggling. I'm taking it. I'll take Boston run line plus 113.
And then another side that I'm going to be looking towards. We both had a winner with St. Louis last night, right?
Yes.
And Adam Wainwright is a guy who I'm not. At some point, he's going to right his ship. He's a veteran who knows how to fix his problems.
And when he's brilliant, he's brilliant.
Right, but tonight at Arizona, I'm not really buying it.
No.
And I was leaning towards the over and Arizona and the Arizona team total over. What do you have to say about that game?
Who's on the mound for Arizona?
Corbin.
Oh, okay, that's a lefty, too.
Yeah,
Corbin.
he's doing well. He's given up 3 home runs in each of his home starts, though. So he's probably going to have a decent game, but give up a home run or two.
Yeah.
Give up a couple of runs. Wainwright, I'm guessing, is going to be vulnerable. And I like the over 8.5. I bet that one. I'm not sure if I want to give it in the show, though. What do you think?
I think, if anything, I would go with the over. Arizona's bats are absolutely, they're surprising me this early. So I don't know. That could be a good call there, Pistol Pete.
And the Arizona team total over is only 4. I forgot what the odds are for it.
And Wainwright, though, he's liable to go in there and throw a no-no. I mean, not a no-hitter, but he's liable to lock down because that kid, when he's good, he's good.
Yes. In June, maybe. In this start in Arizona, I'm not sure.
10-foot pole for me, buddy.
Then another one that I'm looking at is the over in Cincinnati and the Mets. Now, the Mets, Harvey is another guy who, having some mechanical issues.
He is.
At some point, like Wainwright and like other guys, he'll probably have a really impressive run. But is that going to happen tonight? I don't know. And then on the other side, Muscat has not been doing well in the majors. Control issues. He's a big guy. I mean, when you're 6'10", controlling your arms and your legs and everything is very tough. He has control issues, home run issues. I'm thinking about the over in Cincinnati Mets. What do you think about that?
And what's it set at? 7?
7.5, but at plus money.
Yeah, I think that might be a good sharp call there. I'm staying off the side because, again, Harvey, you don't know when he's going to figure it out. He might pull a David Archer, though, and pitch an ace. But, I don't know. That team is dependable. And what's the regular money line, Pistol Pete?
It's the Mets at minus 235.
Jesus, God.
Yeah,
with a pitcher that's struggling.
I actually did take a small nibble on Cincinnati at plus 205 or something.
You got nothing to lose. Yeah. Okay, I'm staying off of that one, buddy.
All right, well, let's get it. We got a lot of other interesting games. Let's get one of your picks.
Okay, well, you know what? I like this play a lot. I'm going with the Giants today, and I like it with Samardzija on the mound. The run line is plus 120.
Okay.
And my reasoning is he got his first win at AT&T Park, felt really comfortable. This kid really knows how to bring it. Plus, he's a good hitter. He was 2 for 4, had 3 RBIs and a double last game. But I just think that Cashner this kid's struggling. He's 1-1 with a 4.29. But he's coming off of 2 good quality starts. But I think, and he struggles against Posey. Posey absolutely dominates this guy. So Posey will be in the lineup. Samardzija, I think, is just going to pick up momentum after that loss. I think he might have found them a home, too, with the Giants. And I'm real comfortable with it. I think they're going to get it done. It's plus 120.
Well, we're going to give you the pinnacle line, which is plus 123.
I'll take those extra 3. You know that.
Cents up, yeah. All right, a lot of interesting other stuff. Let's see. Let's talk about, I guess one that I was thinking about, Sabathia and Perez. Both those guys are struggling. I had the under in Texas yesterday, which was a loser, but this one I'm looking at, got to be thinking about the over.
Texas under was a loser.
Texas under yesterday, yeah.
Was it 11.5 or something?
No, it was.
They won 10-1.
Yeah, so the under was a loser. The over cashed.
The over. My bad, because there was one that was 11.5 yesterday, or 12. So.
Yeah, that was the Colorado game. But all right, so we have Sabathia and Perez. Both those guys are probably going to be vulnerable here. The problem is the total. I did bet that one on the overnight at 9.5, but it was at minus 103. Now it's up to minus 118 or minus 120 market wide, and 10 in some places. What's your take on that?
Well, let me ask you this, Pete, and you are the totals guy. With baseball, when you got 2 guys that look like, okay, this should be a no-brainer, you got a 5 ERA and a 4.5 ERA, doesn't that sometimes bite you in the ass and just go the reverse
Oh, sure.
way?
And that's because there's other factors that you have to take into consideration. The offenses, the bullpens, the weather, all that stuff.
Yeah. And with that being said, though, but this particular game, I'm like it. I'm taking Texas. I'm taking I really am. I think Perez will get it done. I think today is the day Sabathia gets roped. Really gets roped. I think Ian Desmond, this guy is really finding a home in Texas. He likes playing there. The run line here, what's the best pay out there? Because I saw 170.
Texas, I'm not seeing. I'm seeing plus 160 is the best.
Okay, it was 170 earlier. So now
it's have to give you 160. Pinnacle's 160.
I'm taking it. That's going to be my big pop of the day, for real.
Okay.
I'm looking for some big return on that run line plus 160. I think Texas just overwhelms Sabathia. I think he's going to have an early exit today, and Yankees are just a bad team.
Yeah.
They're a bad team. Without Mark Teixeira, there's no offense there right now.
Yeah, that's why I was betting the unders in that one, and Texas put up all the offense. Yep. All right, let's see. What else you have? There's a lot of other interesting games. Do you have any other
I've got a money line play with Toronto today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going against Quintana, believe it or not. White Sox, I do. And I just think I don't know. It's hard to sweep on the road, Pete.
Yes.
It's hard for any team to sweep on the road.
Well, I mean, Estrada is, I would rate him a notch below Quintana, but he's still good.
He's still good.
Yeah,
he's still good. And I just think Quintana, all right, he might even be resting on his laurels of, hey, we've gotten 2 so far out of this team. It's hard to sweep on the road. I like Estrada to really step up today, and I like Tulowitzki to have a big game. I think the offense is going to unload today. It's a money line. I got it at 135. I think it was at Heritage. What's it at
we're
now?
giving you Bet Online and sports betting both have minus 128.
Jesus, that's dropped quite a bit.
Talk about line shopping.
Okay, well, you are the man.
Line shopping.
I'm taking it, Pistol Pete, and I'm putting it out there with confidence.
That's at 2 places. That's at Bet Online and sportsbetting.ag, according to my printouts here. All right, so is that all you have?
Nope, I've got other play.
One. All right, hit us with that one.
Yeah, let's see. I've got Washington, and the reason I do is Gio Gonzalez. He's cashed 2 tickets for me already. I'm going a third time, and I'm getting a run line here, minus 105. That was at Heritage. I don't know if that's still available.
Oh, minus 105.
Yes.
Yeah.
The run line.
Well, we're going to give you minus 101.
Okay, there you go, Pistol Pete, my line shopper.
Minus 101.
No, and I like it because Hellickson, he's really struggling. 1-1 with a 5.21 ERA. All right. 3 innings, 6 runs last game. He didn't last a bit. And and even though Phillies, they got that shortstop, that Andres Blanco, that kid's hitting. I mean, this kid is really, he's the real deal.
Phillies actually won 3 out of their last 4 on the road.
They're backing their backers, whoever's backing their bets, they're not doing too bad for them. And Ryan Howard's got nothing to do with it, trust me. But I think Worth and Zimmerman, all right, Daniel Murphy and Harper, I think they should all hit Hellickson hard, hit him often. And I think Washington gets it done with Gio Gonzalez. I look for him to shut Philly down. Run line, now that Pistol Pete just shot it for me, minus 101.
Listen, that was one of my my notes in my note here says I really want to take Washington, but just the line is just too high.
Yeah. But
so
they have cashed 2 run lines for me so far.
Yeah.
And Gonzalez is 2-0 on my picks with him. I think he brings it again. I think this lefty's just picking up steam.
All right. So you got a bunch of interesting picks. Let's review.
I've got 5 total picks.
You got another one.
Yeah. Well, I've given out all of them, I think. I sure have. Yep.
Let's review them all. You got 5 total picks.
Okay.
Review them all.
I'm going with Boston on the run line plus 113. All right. And Pistol Pete did not talk me into that one. All right. I am taking Texas on the run line plus 160. That's my big bang of the day. And I'm taking Toronto on the money line. Pistol Pete found it for me at minus 128. And I'm taking Washington on the run line minus 101. I like that a whole lot. And I'm taking another run line plus 123 with the Giants and Samardzija on the mound. So I've got 4 run lines today, Pistol Pete.
All right, sounds good. And I'm going to be on Boston minus 1 on the run line there. I'm also going to put Pittsburgh second half.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh second half.
Why the second half, if you don't mind me asking?
Because Nice is their starter, and he's just awful.
Yeah, he's really and he's 3-0.
Yeah.
He's 3-0 first time in his career. He's got like a 4
He's also been particularly awful at Coors.
Yeah.
And so I was actually tempted to take a shot with the Colorado team total over.
And you know what? With a pitcher like that has a high ERA and is 3-0 because of his offense, there's going to come a time where the offense don't show up and it's going to haunt that guy. Yeah. Today might be that day.
So that should be about minus 120, minus 125, minus 130 or so. So I'll take Pitt on the second half, Boston on the run line. There's a lot of other things I'm leaning towards. I'll tweet them out if
now, look, with that being said, I'm going to put you on the spot, all right, because I got bloggers hit me up. Hey, what's Loshak's tweet? I want to follow him. I want these second half.
Loshak, at P Loshak. So I'll tweet out.
They said they went to that and did not find it. We're gonna
don't come to me. That's Twitter's fault. That's not my problem.
It is at P
Loshak.
P Loshak.
P Loshak. Not Pete Loshak. P Loshak. Just a letter.
Loshak.
P Loshak. All right, P is in penis. Loshak.
Okay. Jesus. Well, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
All right. So I'm just gonna have 2 plays, but I might tweet. I'm definitely leaning towards Arizona team total over Arizona over Mets over. I'm leaning towards
leaning. All right. So you're not gonna pull the trigger on them though.
And in this well. Maybe I should. What the hell?
You know what? Come on, Pistol Pete.
All right. You know what I'll do? I'll take the Arizona team total over, which is 4. I don't know the odds right now, but I'll take that one. I saw it at Pinnacle. The Arizona team total over is 4, and I'll also throw in Atlanta Boston over 8.5. And that will be minus 103.
Boston's probably going to get 8 of those.
They might get all the And with a knuckleballer like that, he might just walk a few runs in for Atlanta, give him a gift. I'll take Atlanta Boston over 8.5 minus 103. 4 picks for me.
You feeling pretty good about him, Pistol Pete?
I'm feeling okay. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And again, that Paul Goldschmidt, that kid's ready to. He's really ready to crank it up in Arizona.
Absolutely.
Arizona, he's a good ball player.
All right, that just about does it for the Wednesday card. We'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday
let's get it done. Let's get it done, Pistol Pete.